Two Doctors back once again, bringing you another trailer review, another movie review. Actually, sorry. This is for The Kingsman: The Secret Service. So let's talk about it. I just got home from watching this movie, and this movie is very cool. I like this movie a lot. This is a movie basically about the stars Colin Firth. He's basically a spy in London, and he meets this kid who, he's kind of one of those kids who just gets into trouble a lot, and he doesn't really fit in anywhere. So he meets him, and he tells him, you know what, I think I can help you improve yourself. So he tells him, come join this so-called organization, basically about a lot of people who are spies, who go different missions to figure out what's going on with the world, either would it be espionage or terrorism or any of that. So basically in this movie, the main bad guy in this movie is Samuel L. Jackson, and he wants to basically take over the world. It's very comic booky, this movie, but it's very fun. I actually enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought this movie had a lot of charm to it, with the whole British version of spies, because you don't basically get a lot of them except James Bond, but that's different, because James Bond's more realistic kind of in a take, and this is more comic book in a way. So basically, Samuel Jackson's character, he wants to rid the world of people who shouldn't even be in part of the world. So he comes up with this idea basically to make people fight each other in a certain way with his technology, because he's a billionaire, and basically he makes them fight each other and brings out their rage, so he can wipe out the popularity and only have like the sophisticated people. In his eyes, he thinks the world is kind of messed up and he wants to fix it. So basically, the Kingsman must try to figure out how to stop him. So basically, he gets the kid to come into the service, and he has to go through tests. It's basically like X-Men meets spies, because the director of this movie is Matthew Vaughn, who basically directed First Class. And in that movie, in First Class, it shows how, the X-Men come together, Charles and Magneto. It's like this, basically, where he has the kid come in, a whole bunch of different kids, all the basic spies. They handpick people that they feel are worthy of this, to be a part of this organization. So they all do their thing. They all have to do this ridiculous amount of different training in a way, and they have to prove themselves to get into that. And what I like about this movie is that it's a comic book superhero kind of thing with spies, basically. Because remember, you've seen James Bond, and that's basically the ultimate spy, right? But in this, it's more colorful in a way, because in that kind of way, certain things in this movie you would not see in like the real world, basically. Because in James Bond, some of the stuff is in that, in his world, is more realistic than this. So it's like a lot of comic booky. But I really enjoyed this movie a lot because it had a lot of humor, which was good. That made me laugh a lot, basically. And the acting in this movie was superb. They got the kid. If you've seen the commercials, you know what I'm talking about. Can't really pronounce his name, but he was phenomenal. He had his, I don't know if he was really British, but he had the accent pitched perfect. And Colin Firth was just perfect as always. And any movie he's in, he's always good. Man, I was like really into his character. He was really the James Bond of like the comic book world in this way. He was so sophisticated. He knew what he was doing. He was the ultimate spy, basically. He was like, he can basically be toe-to-toe with James Bond if he wanted to fight him. I'm not saying that will ever happen, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I really enjoyed this movie. There were some moments where I'm like, okay, there's, some scenes that didn't work for me because some of the pacing was kind of iffy. And I'm telling you, the action scenes in this movie worked. I mean, there's a lot of shaky cam here, but the scenes don't show it that well, because that's what I like about that. Because in other movies, when you see a lot of shaky cam, especially in action movies, you can tell that it's kind of sloppy. But in this, Matthew Vaughn basically made it work where you don't really notice the shaky cam, and I really enjoy that a lot, because I really cannot stand shaky cam. That just irritates me. I really enjoyed this movie. It had a great action, great comedy, Great story plot too. Basically, just spies and a whole new generation for people who like spy movies can enjoy this movie. I thought this movie was fine. Very good movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 10, just because it's awesome. I didn't expect this movie to be really really good. This basically blew my mind, especially with the action scenes in this movie. It was just awesome, and I really enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you do too. Because if you go see this movie, I highly recommend you should. You'll have a great time. Trust me. You have a great time watching this movie. It's just fun. It's just fun. I mean, the script, if I want to put it into this perspective, the script of this movie is, whatever. Right? Simple, comic book, kind of spy movie. So that's how it is. It's supposed to make you have fun. Laugh, enjoy it. Don't be like, okay, pick up the pace. It's like one of those movies that you're in your seat and you're waiting for the next scene to happen. It's just phenomenal. I thought this movie was great. I love this movie. I'm giving it a 10. And there's nothing really I can say about that except recommend go seeing this movie, because I hope it gets a sequel. I really do, because I'm pretty sure it will. But let's see what happens. It all depends on the money. I think it will make money, but then we have that 50 Shades of Grey that just came out, which I'm probably going to go see anyway, because a lot of people want to see that movie anyway, so I don't know. Hopefully this movie can beat that movie so we can make a lot of money. Because remember, if a movie makes a lot of money, it's going to get a sequel. And if people like it, definitely going to get a sequel. So I hope it does get a sequel, because I really enjoyed this movie and I want to see more. I want to see these characters develop more in the next one and the next one. Hopefully it becomes a new franchise. Who knows? I just have one other thing I want to say about this movie. It was very... what's the word I'm looking for? It was very well done. Well done. That's what I can say about this movie. Then it felt rushed. Then it felt like the actors were, pretending to be enjoying this movie. This movie was just great. I think everybody in this movie who participated in this movie were awesome. Okay? That's what I can say about this movie. I think this movie is great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you do too. My recommendation to go see this movie helps you understand this movie and watch it. If you don't like it, that's okay. Doesn't matter, but it's all film is subjective anyway. Anybody has their opinion. But yeah, I like this movie. You should go check it out, like I said. And yeah, comment below. Let me know if you want to see this movie. If you've seen this movie, what you think about it. Do you like spy movies? What is your favorite spy movie? If I had to put this in order, I think I'll put this in number 3 behind 1, Skyfall, and Quantum of Solace. I think those are my favorite spy movies of... well, that's James Bond, but that's a different story. But spy movies between that, this would be number 3. One of The Bourne Identity would be 2, and of course Skyfall would be number 1 in my top spy movies. So what's your favorite spy movie, if you even have one? Do you even like this genre? Do you want to see these movies? Do you like this kind of genre? Let me know and let's talk about this. And as always, thank you for watching, and of course, have a good day.